Come here, baby.
When would that big bite show up for Wes Logan? He's lost it the first 2 days of competition each and every day, and today, Such, day 3, he got it in the boat, Wes Logan.
11:14 a.m., Ronnie. The tournament changed for Wes Logan.
It did indeed. The Whataburger Bassmaster Elite is a brand new event now. At the end of day 3, we have one more day of competition left. Welcome to the Bassmaster Studio, sponsored by Marathon. Ronnie Moore here with Mike Sukon and Such. Yesterday was a bass bonanza. A lot of big bags came across. Today, much tougher, but every single keeper seemed to be just as crucial.
Yeah, the water was changing on the guys, but Wes Logan showed through a 16-pound bag, Ronnie, the third biggest of the event so far.
The
opportunities
are endless. We saw late catches by a lot of our anglers, and we're going to go around Neely Henry from top to bottom, up the river, Gadsden, Alabama on the Coosa River, down to the bottom, Neely Henry Lake. We're going to cover from end to end. Our Angler of the Year leader, we're going to start it off with him, Seth Fighter. What a strong season he has had. Came into today in 10th place, and he's flirting with that cut line on day 3. The top 10 make it to the final day, Such, and he would love to do that to extend his AOY lead.
You can see him but he came in today, this event, 4 points ahead of Patrick Walters for the AOY. Walters missed the cut. He jumped up to 43 points with his 10th place, so we'll see if he stays there or falls out.
The opportunity is there for Fighter, and even if he misses the cut, we'll pair a teens finish, an 11th, 12th, 13th, maybe a teen finish with 2 6th and a 3rd, Such. One of the best starts to a season through 6 events we've seen from anyone in a Bassmaster Elite Series
You can
history.
see he was feeling it, too. He was jubing with fish catches, Ronnie.
Jubing?
Yeah, he was jubing. Jubilation, yes.
Jubilation, I got you. I know this guy, when he looks back on his day when he caught this fish, the one that could potentially get him fishing on Championship Monday, he'll be jubing as well.
Oh. Big day 2 for Palmet, 14-14.
And today he's trying to sneak back in there. And Brian New, he's been one of our contenders since day 1 started. He fished here at Neely, one of the only anglers with experience in last year's Open. One of the only tournaments we've ever had with Bassmaster here at Neely Henry.
Prince of Pipe, Ronnie? What
The king of the culvert, the prince of the pipe.
Let's get illiterate.
The dictator of the ditch, whatever you want to call it.
Look at him right out of the middle of that.
Has made a lot of good things happen within sight of culverts this week. A lot of current flowing in and out. People might wonder, why are those pipes important? Water flowing into the pipe, water flowing from the pipe as the water goes up and down along this river.
He took over the Rookie of the Year lead, Ronnie.
A big move from him over the last 2 days of competition. And man, our day 1 leader, Brock Mosley, really set the tone. 16-15, Such, a great bag to start the day, the biggest of the event so far.
Yeah.
But man, 3 bites in the first 4 hours, and then this loss right here turned it around for him, though. He started to figure it out. Even though that's a negative instance, he turned it around moments later and caught his limit. He was able to cull up from there.
I'm sure he wanted to catch more than he did on day 3, Ronnie, but he is in the mix, in the hunt again, once again. I'm into 3rd nail wide.
Doesn't matter how many you catch, doesn't matter when you catch them, as long as you bring 5 to the scales. That's what we're about here at Bassmaster. And for
Slow
Todd
start.
Auten, man, one of
Very
the last
slow.
anglers to get a limit within the field of 48 fishing on day 3. And a simple limit goes a long way for Auten, who started the day in 3rd.
2 great first days, Ronnie. He was up there in the mix, in the hunt. A pound out of the lead, starting day 3.
May slip back a little bit more today, but hey, if you are in the top 10 for Championship Monday, you are in it to win it.
You got a shot.
We've seen big bags come, and we've seen it's not only how big the bag can get on Neely Henry and the Coosa River, but actually how tough the struggle bus is for some anglers. Some guys have really faltered catching 5 or 6 pound limits. Catching a good bag today will save some anglers.
all week.
Bob Downey from Wisconsin, just outside Minneapolis on the St. Croix River.
He really did the fastest this morning, Such. 13 pounds and change for him. Early on, he really had our lead, was in command for a while, and it took a lot of anglers plenty of time to catch up to him. But Bob really went practicing and exploring for Championship Monday. He said, hey, I'm at a good enough weight. He's been consistent. 13-15, 13-2. Now about 13 and change on day 3 as well.
Caught a couple of nice 3-pounders off that spot he said was gifted to him. The guys kind of gave up on the main river up near the town of Gadsden most this week.
All of a sudden you look around and everyone's left and you have water to yourself. That bodes well for Bob Downey. And for Paul Mueller, same situation. A lot of water to himself because he found an offshore spot that is still pretty shallow. Such has fish coming and going, pre-spawn, post-spawn, and even spawning bass. He noted it in some of the tails of the bass he's caught today that, hey, they might be spawning or just got finished.
Mr. Consistency the first 2 days. His first spot didn't fire this morning, though, Ronnie. He had to move around a little bit. He moved down around the dam and then up a little in those coves, arms.
He really expected that, though. Maybe not as tough as it was, but he said, hey, when that wind starts to kick up, I'm going to do some damage. And he did. Started with a shaky head with calm water. And then when the wind started to kick up, picked up his crankbait and landed a few largemouth right here and that key spotted bass early.
A couple of 3-pounders late really put him back in the mix.
You know, the pressure that you have on your shoulders when the Bassmaster Elite Series comes to your home lake. We saw Wes Logan on the open of this show land a big one. The first 2 days, that big one eluded him. He lost a big bite each day that would have helped him.
Today, today lost, but
he landed it today, and every other bite that he's had, Such, has been very solid. That 2 1/4 to 3 3/4, and then he really did put an exclamation point on his day when he caught that 5+ pounder we showed earlier, possibly the Phoenix Boats big bass. Right
there it is.
Let's fucking go!
He knew when to move, when to adjust. He's been fishing grass suits with a frog, and the water started to fall out in certain areas, so he went to a hard bank, fished that crankbait, caught some big ones, came back to the grass in a different area later when the water level slightly changed.
How good do you got to feel going into the final day, Championship Monday, with a lead on your home lake, Ronnie? What?
He wants to make it a party in Gadsden, not far from his home. And we will have a party all day long Monday, Championship Monday at the Whataburger Bassmaster Elite, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time, all day long, Bassmaster.com.